What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI Fan TV. In today's video, I'm looking ahead to the next game in the Europa Conference League in Shamrock Rovers' journey. Obviously, been a very successful one so far, and they'll look to keep their unbeaten streak going. In this fixture, actually, up to seven teams still unbeaten in the Conference League so far. Two of them will be putting their O on the line on Thursday night. Of course, it is Rapid WIEN against Shamrock Rovers. I'm joined by Luke to look ahead to this one. Luke, how you feeling, man? How you feeling about this?
Good, yeah. I was like, Jesus, Rovers might get to the final of this competition, and this channel will not have a video about it. I was like, will we do a fucking Shelburne? Like, is this the best ever League of Ireland team to win the league?
Dead right.
Damien,
Dead right.
Damien Duff for Taoiseach, and
We're
the
called
Rovers in the background shoveling away in the Europa Conference League, and nothing is being said about it.
we're called LOI Fan TV for a reason. It's the priorities now, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure in the opening rounds we were doing deep dives into Gibraltar football.
absolutely. To be fair, I've done a little bit of research for this one. To be fair, I've done a few bits and pieces.
Good
Rapid
stuff.
VN. Don't know how much you know about them, but if you want a bit of a background, I can provide it. I'm here. I'm here for you.
Let me know. You let me know.
So they're 32-time Austrian champions, but their last league title win was in 2008. It's been a good long while without one. They did finish fourth last season, and they're currently second in the league at home. I think it's actually called the Bundesliga as well, the Austrian Bundesliga. They've been unbeaten since the end of August. That loss was their only one so far this season in the league. So having a good league campaign so far, and coming into this in good form. To be fair, and they're obviously kind of a very reputable side and one that kind of well aware of on the continent and stuff, and kind of a well respected European outfit.
Yeah, well, they went to Turkey and beat Istanbul back in Spain, the team that knocked Pats out.
Yeah,
So like they're no mugs, and like look, since then they've had like kind of two easier games against like FC Noah, and then they played a Petra Club, which are like kind of lower seeds. So like probably Rovers would have beaten them as well. But you look at that Istanbul game, and you look at their pedigree, and even like last season they got to the playoff round, and then Fiorentina beat them narrowly 2-1 over two legs. So
yeah,
like these are no messers. These really are no matter. Like they have a young Croatian striker up top he's top scorer in the Austrian league, and he's the most like
Dion Beljo, I think it's his name is.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
22.
and yeah, and their manager has like Bundesliga 2 experience in Germany and used him playing the Bundesliga. So like it's gonna be really tough. Like I'm under no illusions. Like some Rovers fans are saying, could we nick a draw? Like it's gonna be highly difficult. We're gonna have to really go there, break the game down into quarters and just make it really ugly if we want to get anything out of it. 'Cause I don't think we're gonna be able to go here and go at them because it just
Yeah,
tears.
yeah. No, 100%. There's a couple of games in when you got the draw that were like, they're not the ones where if we lose those, that's not the reason we didn't qualify or whatever. Like you've kind of won the games you were expected to win and got results from them. This is kind of not a free hit, really. Kind of Chelsea's your free hit. This is
Hmm.
probably the second hardest game after that, is it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Applewell wouldn't be as good as these, but then again, we played Applewell and Tallaght, so that's an advantage as well. Like these are away
Yeah,
from home. You know what I mean? Like this is like the 27,000 seater stadium we're going to, and like they're gonna be, it's gonna be like I can imagine they're gonna get close to filling now. Like there'll be about 20 odd thousand people there, so it's not gonna be easy. Best tie I can compare it to, I think Pauk away that we played in the Europa League playoff round. Like and they,
yeah,
I remember we kept a tie for like we could see that it go on the cusp of half time 1-0, and then they just put us to bed. And over 15 minutes, Josh Honan got sent off. And this is like one of those games. Has the ability if you like Ireland England the other night, if you take your eye off the ball for 10 minutes, the game could just be
yeah,
over like,
yeah.
substantially.
It's a good comparison, yeah, because they can keep title half time, get in at half time, then a red card, and then the floodgates can open, kind of thing, isn't it? Like with these sides, like there's no messing
Yeah.
around with them. Like you can't drop off concentration for a minute, like because they will punish you. Like,
And even a goal difference is important now as well because of this league structure. And, it's not in
yeah,
our interest to, go 2 and 3-0 down and let the heads drop. Like, we can't, like, if we even go 1-0 down, keep it tight. Even 2-0 down, game over, keep it tight. So I feel like that's, like, has to be kind of the message for Dean Bradley, to be fair.
Spe-
So what happens?
yeah, especially with Chelsea to come as well, because you like obviously
Mm.
they've beaten Noah what 8-0 or whatever, who only lost 1-0 to these. Like they're not a terrible side or whatever, but Chelsea obviously it's £1 billion on that squad or whatever it is. Like, so you need to like that's going to be a game where goal difference wise, you don't want to be conceding silly goals in this one and then have to go into that and needing to be keeping it within two goals or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Look, it's just yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, like it's gonna be a tight one. As far as like we're not gonna get much of the ball, probably limited chances. Like I could see Bradley just really shithousing a fucking throwing just a load of midfielders and defenders on, and maybe
It's
leaving
kind of
Johnny.
like he's done that a few times where it's like you look at the lineups, like there's like eight defenders here and then like
Yeah,
two CDMs or something like
yeah, you have like Dar. He
six
loves
centre
Darren
halves.
Nugent in these games. Like he just
Yeah,
throws Darren Nugent in there, but like he loves Marcus Poon in these games as well. And then Dylan Watts maybe playing off Johnny Kenny, or he'd have Ferrugia playing off Johnny Kenny and Darragh Burns wing back, just like proper like just a counter attack ball. But yeah, yeah. Look, I don't know what you. How do you think this game goes?
it's really, really hard to know. Like, obviously, I haven't
Yeah.
watched much of Rapid Vienna, to be honest, but
Mm.
you're kind of touched on their European adventure so far. They did enter the Europa League in the second round. They beat Wisla Krakow in that. Then they beat Trabzonspor home and away in the third round. And then they narrowly lost to Braga then in the playoff 4-3 on aggregate. So, they're not, as you mentioned, they beat Bekas Shore, they beat Noah, and they beat that Moldovan side already in the group stage so far. So, they've been good in Europe. Like they've been really, really solid so far this season. Good league campaign. And like I feel like the fact that Rovers now kind of out of season, they've had like a holiday. They've kind of like come back for a Helsinki game. I don't think there was too many first teamers out for that, but like it feels like do Rovers have it in the tank to keep going? Like it's tough after a long, hard slog to a season. You're fighting for a title just missed out. Is it just going to be a little bit too, like if the heads drop after if you can see the goal early, could it be one where they rack up a few and it's three or four? Like it's just really hard to know the kind of mentality of the Rovers lads going into this. Like
Yeah, 100%. Like I was at that Helsinki game last week, and I really had like no one wanted to be out, and it was just the weather, the conditions were terrible. Like there was only about 700 or 800 Rovers fans, and it was
I think it
just
was actually
like,
only 550 or something. Just to
what was
correct you
it?
there.
Oh, thanks. Cheers. Anyways, besides the points. Yeah, it was just a real non-event. And then the next morning we played them, they beat us again. But it actually was just a bit of an eye-opener because if we were to play them like in the league phase, we'd probably give them a very good game with our full 11 out. But it's funny when you like take two or three first teamers out and
Yeah,
throw them out to young players, how like the gaps just appear, like that
yeah,
these teams
yeah.
find you out. So yeah, no, like as you said, like we're in half holiday mode. Like the lads are all away, and they're probably gonna be away after this as well. So yeah, like score wise, I'd love to say a draw. I'd love to say like we keep a one goal in it and then we nick it, but I just can't see it. Like I'm gonna say 3-1 Rapid Vienna.
3-1 Rapid Vienna. Yeah, yeah. I think I'll go 3-0 Rapid Vienna. I think they might just have enough. Sorry, they'll definitely have enough. And then I just think they have enough to keep a clean sheet as well. I think this could be very difficult. I think like Serbian centre halves and all these lads, they're just like tough veterans to crack and break through, and they won't give much away. Maybe on nick a goal, but yeah, I think I could see 3-0. That being said, they did play Dundalk in 2020. I know it's obviously a good few years back now, but they
4-3,
beat
wasn't
Dundalk.
it?
They beat Dundalk 3-1 at home, and they beat them 4-3 away as well. I think that was during COVID and all, I think, wasn't it? Or lockdown and
Yeah,
stuff, wasn't it? Yeah.
it was. Yeah,
So obviously you can't read too much into that, but it shows that it's like they didn't like smash Dundalk, like they didn't like completely tear them to shreds. So maybe that's a slight bit of confidence to take from that, maybe.
maybe. Yeah, it's a tough one. Like if you're looking at our last three games, we're playing these. We're playing Bora Luka, who played the Icelandic team we played, and the Icelandic
Nick
team beat
Vikinger.
them. Like, Viking, yeah, they beat them like convincingly enough. I was watching it, and I was
Really, yeah.
like, it was mad watching it. I was like, this is crazy. I think they maybe might have underestimated Vikinger, but then obviously, like, it got me thinking. That game is the cup final. Like if we like, I saw there's a stat. It's like we're 85% certain of the playoffs as of right now, and then
Yeah.
8 points, 1 point out of our last three games would bring us like 95, and then anything beyond 8 points and upwards, like is like dead uncertain. So I think Bradley will probably be looking at this as like, right, let's just damage limitation, get it to the Bora Luka game, get a result out of that, and then obviously Chelsea then is your cherry on top.
Yeah. Do you
So
think I'm just having a little think now. So say if you somehow manage to scrape a draw here, you beat
right.
Bora Luka and you keep the score down against Chelsea, 11 points. Would that have you in the top eight? Like, is that ahead of question? Or is 11 a little bit?
I was looking at this as well. I think we're just I saw there's like a predictor on like a UEFA predictor. I think like 12 points is like the bare minimum.
Is it? Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but then again, you don't know because like you've seen like TNS bleeding like beating Astana and only like if a few of those results happen, you don't know. But like yeah, like what 11 points would be unbelievable, and I don't know. You never know.
You won't be far off with 11. You wouldn't be far off at all. Like,
It'd be
be
unbelievable
lucky
getting.
to miss out. Like,
Yeah, it'd be some results. Like if we draw, because you can guarantee if we draw against Rapid Vienna now, like the talk would be everyone would
yeah.
be going, "Oh my God!" Like imagine actually going to Stamford Bridge in the last day, and it's like, right, lads, we got a draw here. Come on.
That only you have to fucking deal with Mudryk and Joe Felix and all these lads. Like,
Yeah, no, no,
yeah,
no, whatever, exactly.
yeah.
No, Cole Palmer be grand. Cole
Yeah.
Palmer's on the squad, will be all right. Fuck's sake.
Um, we'll have a little look at what team you expect Roberts to play. We'll kind of run through it quickly enough in terms of probably not a lot of shocks really in terms of the team we expect to play. But is there any kind of injuries that you know of or any kind of doubts coming
Aaron
into it?
McEneff is hammy last week, and like not surprising because he hasn't barely played 90, and then he was
Yeah.
trying to do 90 in those conditions, and
Will
obviously
he stay on next season, do you think?
yeah, defo. He's on loan from Perth Glory, and there's like a pre-contract agreement. He's going to sign like a long-term deal, and like apparently him and his partner have like bought a house in Dublin and stuff. So yeah, like he'll be. He's one of these players that Bradley even said like this season was all about. Like he was initially not supposed to be ready for this season, and then like he pushed himself back to be involved in the title race. But he's definitely one for
Yeah.
next year. Like
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
yeah,
Grant, so obviously kind of looking at the Rovers 11, as you expect, Leon Poles in goal. The back
yeah.
five, who are you expecting to be in there now?
Part of me kind of feels that Bradley will push Rouge up in this game. If I was to guess, I'd say Dara Burns wing back, and then you'd have Cleary, Lopez, Grace, Honan. What would you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I think that's the same back five as TNS, and I wouldn't expect them to change it too much. Yeah, Cleary, Pico, Grace, then Honohan on the right, Dar Burns on the left. Is that how it was? Or Burns
No,
on the right, Honohan on the left.
Honan on the left, Dara Burns on
Both,
the, sorry, Honan on the left, Dara Burns on the right. Yeah,
both cutting in like.
yeah, yeah. He loves the inverted wing backs, but yeah. And then like going forward, like he just loves Marcus Poom in these sort of games. So obviously,
Yeah,
Marcus Poom's like 30 caps for a stone. He's kind of used to kind of playing at this level.
yeah,
So he'd
yeah,
have Marcus Poom in there, probably sitting beside Gary O'Neill, and obviously Dylan Watts is undroppable. So you'd probably
yeah,
have him there. And then I could probably just see him like saying, Johnny Kenny, you just sit at the halfway line and Ferrugia, you play off him, and just gives
yeah.
us a bit of something on the break.
Something bit of pace up front to kind of run onto.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just interesting that like Graham Burke and Jack Byrne don't seem to be starting these massive games and these massive nights. It's a funny one, isn't it? When it's arguably like two of your best players. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
no,
Like
100%. Sure,
it's
too.
weird,
You
isn't it?
could argue two of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Isn't it mad? Like is this kind of
yeah,
is it the system? Is it just the way the matches are? Is it kind of like because even against TNS they didn't start and you'd imagine like okay we're gonna have a lot of the ball here at home. You'd want Byrne and Burke on the pitch to kind of break them down or whatever, but it wasn't. So he seems to have this formula for Europe for Europe that's working and he's sticking with it.
because he used to kind of have like one size fits all for Europe, and like we lost to the Icelandic team last year, and I feel like he's becoming a bit more savvy, and like
Yeah,
Jack Byrne and Graham Burke, they probably don't cover the hard yards off the ball that maybe a Dylan Watts or a Dara Nugent or a Neil Ferrugia would. So
yeah,
Bradley always talking about, a team that starts the game, and a team that finishes the game. And I think this would be definitely a game where he's like, right, if I can have my athletic lads on for the first 60 minutes, keep it within one goal, and then maybe bring on your Burke and your Byrne to create that big of magic. And they're fresh, and the defenders are tired. Jack can pick that pass, Berkey can pick the ball up from 30 yards and find the top
have it.
corner. So
Yeah, yeah,
that would be probably my thinking on what his thinking would be. But yeah, I 100% get you. Like, you would be thinking, best 11 from the start. But yeah, Brad, look, it's been working.
yeah.
We've gone
No,
far. So.
absolutely. Yeah, no, 100%. I don't think you can go against him at this stage. Obviously, 7 points from three so far. It's been a fantastic return. 4.8 million banked so far. And that's only going to go up.
Yeah, I think it's gonna end up being well, some say six if we get the playoffs, which is some going.
Not
But
bad
obviously
enough,
no
yeah.
Champions League ball next year, so like that'll probably you could probably half that. So it's like two little mini group stages for this season's books and next season's books. But yeah,
Yeah.
look, it's good. I genuinely don't think we're going to be like signing players off. Like remember your man Zahibo went to Dundalk for like 5K a week. I don't think we'll be doing any of that. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just
That was
think it'll be
shocking. I
like
think he still owed
yeah.
money, actually.
Oh, does he? Yeah, is he still out money?
I think he still owed money from the finish.
But some proposition from the agent finding that deal out for you. Yeah, go to Dundalk and you get 5 grand a week.
Crazy, isn't it? Like
Like I just
absolutely
think that's so
nuts.
stupid. Like I think like what this money will do is it'll allow us to kind of maintain the budget for next season. Maybe try to keep on a Danny Mandrea or get one or two, like an Ed
Yeah,
McGinty or something on top of what we have and
yeah,
sustain that over a year or two rather than, just going balls to the wall and making ridiculous money like Celtic Tiger-esque signings. So
yeah.
yeah, so it's just thank God because like we would have lost the league this year and not got group stages, everyone was saying, this is
It'd
the
be
end of the era.
it'd be a disaster. Yeah, it would have been a
Yeah.
disaster. But yeah, you have enough players now on good money, and you feel like Byrne and McAnuff and the likes didn't fully get up to speed this season, so they'll nearly feel like kind of new signings next year compared to this year. Nearly if they can get up to speed for the start of next season, McAnuff in particular, like, um, so like having those lads, they're on good money as it is, like, so that
Mm.
to kind of maintain that, and then obviously add a couple, yeah, you'll be well in amongst the next season and for the years to come, unfortunately.
It'll be interesting because obviously, yous will go again. I saw you put your retained squad in his 15 players. So you like yous are, you're nearly there yourselves. So it's going to be
Yeah,
interesting next year. Like I think was it Keith Ward made the point like years ago, like in the league, you'd always have like at the end of the season would end and everyone would just swap clubs. And now like every club has an identity, like Rovers with like Grace, Lopez, Byrne, Burke, these
yeah,
Shells with like Boyd, Coyle, Barrett.
Lunny,
Like every
yeah.
club kind of keeps their squad together. So yeah, no,
And it's good. I know. I think you made the point as well that like it's good for like fans being getting like attached to players, things like that. They're not just going to the rivals every season, swapping clubs all the time. It actually feels like you can get actually build that bond with players now and stuff like that.
yeah. Yeah, it was just ridiculous back in the day. Like I remember Pats won the league in 2013, and then we signed our captain Connor Kenna, and I was like, oh yeah, he plays for Rovers now. And like even when Sligo won the league in 2012, like their squad just got decimated. Like it's
Decimated. Like,
this like it'd be like Shells win the league, and then everyone just going in mad directions. But it's
yeah,
good that this is kind of because like success is built off sustainability over a number of years, and like we have to progress as a league. We need to every squad kind of needs to have their bases, like right, adding 4 or 5, and like that's how the big teams do it. So that's why shouldn't the League of Ireland teams do that?
100%, 100%. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
our predictions for this anyway for Rapid Vienna, you went 3-1, was it? 3-1 Rapid
three
Vienna.
one wrap at the end. Yeah,
Yeah, not very optimistic. Disappointed with you.
listen, I'm a realist. I'm a realist.
Realist. Yeah, yeah. I'm going. What did I say? 5-0, was it? Or
Five
no?
0 Do you up for did you? I thought it was 3-0.
No,
I
three
thought
nil,
it was
3-0.
three. Who are you up for?
I'm up for Rapid Vienna. Yeah, no, I met a
Hey,
fella when I was on holiday a couple of years ago. I was on a booze cruise in Croatia, and he was a massive Rapid Vienna fan, and he handed me a sticker and also said, "They're my second club now." But not a bother to me, you know. So
you're a
it's something to
lion,
do with the, you know, something to do with that. And, it's
that
Rapid
never
Vienna.
happened. Booze Cruise.
Rapid Vienna, my
Going down the
second.
River Liffey, was it?
Yeah, yeah. So Rapid Vienna, my second club, and it's funny enough. I actually met a fella who's a big Bora fan or whatever they're called
Oh,
as
I'm sure
well.
you
He
did.
gave me a
Yeah.
sticker as well. Now, so they're my third club, you know.
I would have believed if you said Chelsea, but no, I'm not. I'm not believing.
Sure, Damien Duff, the Chelsea legend.
But
So
what about Coefficient FC? Like, are we not all in
I
this
think I think
together?
you've done well enough. I think you've done well enough now for my liking, to be honest.
Oh, is
You,
that just like right? Just pipe down the.
you
We've
can
won the
play.
league this
I
year.
think I think we're going to be unseeded anyway next season. So like, listen, for the Champions League, like.
And look, it's not gonna be pretty, but like, yeah, I suppose it'll make us look good. It'll be like, wait, that's the way Rovers actually looked all right in this
Well, you were
competition.
seeded. You were seeded. It makes a huge difference. Makes a huge difference. Like.
Oh yeah, sure. Look, we'll see. Time will tell.
That's it. That's it. Well, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. Let us know your predictions for the Rapid Vienna Shamrock Rovers game down in the comments below. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like on it, and please, please do subscribe. It is much appreciated. I think we're nearly at 3,500, so closing in on that. So it'd be great if you could drop a little subscribe. It is much appreciated. Luke, best of luck Thursday. Thanks, Vinny, for joining me.
Thanks, Ross. Appreciate that.